From Aurora, Illinois, Jedrick Kamala.
Yo, welcome back to another TheFrizzGod video. This time we're back in Forsyth, third year in a row, playing in this Forsyth Open, iOS, number 132. But, starting hole 5, working this left side gap. I actually hit every single tree imaginable on this left side, and we managed to only get really stopped by this last tree. And you know what? I'm okay with that. Left me with, say, a 45, 50 footer to kind of start out my round, but not a bad shot. So just gonna be working this putt, and not a bad miss, but kind of wanted to capitalize it on, especially first hole. But nothing you can do about it. It's I'd say a pretty challenging starting hole, but yeah, starting out even. Look at that, moving our way up. I think we got so many bogeys last year. But hole 6, par 3, 197, the shortest hole in the course, I believe. We'll get fact checked in the next 16 hole. But going gnome, kind of pushed it inside, but we hit that last tree and we kind of get lucky, so not too bad of a throw. And we kind of got this uphill. You can hear the wind kind of breezing, but yeah, just an uphill putt, just focusing on making sure I get it up and kind of just work through it. And we hit that, so now we're under par for the round after 2 holes. This is crazy. I don't think I've ever been under par for a round ever, like tournament holes. But yeah, hole 7, par 3, 363, and we're just gonna be pumping this guy, pumping a Atmos Hurricane, and honestly, not the disc for the hole. At least I tried to throw more flat, and it just flipped up and then rode that whole left side. But yeah, so we kind of leave it short. Honestly, not a bad throw, but just way left. We got this gnome up shot, I believe, and I leave it short. The grass is it's thick, so it's not gonna skip anything. So that's kind of a adjustment I had to kind of think about, and we just doing the top of the basket for our par save. So tap in my bogey, and now we're back to even. But hey, we still got another 16 holes in this round, another 18 at Fairview, which is a temp course they're putting in for this tournament, which I gotta kind of play without the baskets. But yeah, it's a good course. But hole 8, we are not friends. It's a downhill kind of flexy guy, but I don't really flex it as much, but it'll leave us a kind of good C2 bid. We just hit left side basket, so we just got a little tap in. Back, still even, so not mad. Yeah, we are playing MA2 this year, so if you haven't seen my video on trying to break 100 rated round at Eagles Ridge, we played MA4, MA3, MA2, so I'm back out here, hopefully. I believe by then I'm playing MPO, but the MPO boys kind of bad, but bad as in they're good, you know what I mean? It's backwards. But hole 9, dead straight shot, almost 300 feet, and this was just kind of a bad disc selection. I shouldn't have thrown a pace, even though I could probably throw it that far, but just the tight gap was kind of why I kind of lean towards the pace. But just the kind of height you have to give it, you need a little faster disc. So I'm gonna go with a mid-range next time. But hole 10, par 3, 402. This one honestly shouldn't be a par 3. It says par 4 on the sign. I think it's a tough shot, especially with the trees. It's very touchy, and I just sailed it past. People can throw it 400 for sure, but getting it there, yeah. So classic FrizzGod. I missed I thought it pitch out, and then I had to throw it forward. So that was 3 throws. It's for my bogey, and I missed left side basket. And the one thing I did notice, kind of not really midway through the round, but kind of midway through the round, is you'll see this next couple of putts, but I kind of do this like Nicolas Antela thing where I like double pump pause, like right at when I'm at my like lowest point of the putt, if that makes sense. And like I think I just did that, and I like really wanted to do it. Like you probably won't see it on this one just because of the straddle, but like I kind of like the way Antela putts, Nicolas. But yeah, we got a little stretch outer for probably the second shortest hole on the course, third. But yeah, so we're 2 over for the round. Kind of breezed past that on hole 10, but we're gonna pretend that didn't happen. Hole 12, par 3, 314. Shout out St. Louis, the 314. But yeah, squall way left and just had it hyzer, and we sail it past the basket. So we're about, I'd say 30 feet for my birdie. A lot of my cars mate actually end up early in front of the tree, and I thought this was a terrible putt. I thought it had no chance going in. I thought it was too low, but I think we got a little wind help on that, so it lifted it up right at the end and got it in. So honestly was not expecting to get that, but now we're back to 1 over. Hole 13, par 4, 517. This is a par 4. I love this hole. We got my nuke in hand, Red Bull. And the thing is, it's kind of hard to, I mean, it's probably not hard, you just gotta be better, but throwing it, you want to throw it over and clear these trees and not have it hyzer out. But honestly, it's not a bad landing zone. I land here all the time, especially last year, and we still haven't figured out the approach shot. Honestly, a better shot, but we still haven't figured it out. So we left ourselves with about 40 feet, and yeah, I'm gonna check the wind, see how it is. It's different because I'm kind of in the woods, not really, just a couple trees, but yeah. And I don't know who put all these sticks in my lie, but we're gonna kick them out, and you know, really focus in and dial in for this putt. Yep, and you kind of see it there, and we just sail it left. And I think just like my putting wasn't there today, I'm gonna be honest, you're gonna see that in the last 9 holes. But yeah, so par on a par 4, which is definitely gettable. But hole 14, par 3, 288. This is also one of those I would like to get. Got the Firebird in hand and threw it out left. I need to throw this higher next time. Too low, but honestly, very surprised. It got pretty much pin high, almost pin high. So if I get it higher, I think the wind kind of scared me. I wanted to throw it wider than I wanted to, but we just airball it. The disc actually kind of just slips out of my hand, so that's why you kind of see me be like kind of frustrated after that putt. But honestly, the mental for this game, this round wasn't the worst. You know, the double was kind of frustrating, but you know, I think by like hole 12, I was already like done with it. You know what I mean? But we threw this crank out there wide. This is a far hole, especially just in the open. So we made it pin high. They actually planted some baby trees kind of on the left side, so this is gonna be a harder hole when those trees grow up. So yep, and you see right there, yeah, that was like probably like the best. And I think I do like doing that little double pump at the bottom of my putt, just for like up jump putts, like up shot, jump putts. I kind of like it. It's been working for me, but not for like the regular putts. So, but hole 16, par 4, 488. we got the Atmos Hurricane back in the hand. We're gonna yam it out there. And I was like intentionally playing more like further out. I want to get past these trees, this line of trees, and we get it out there. And honestly, a really good shot. And of course I missed it. We short the upshot, obviously, and we left ourselves with a 40-footer for birdie. And yeah, I think that's also one of the more times I was kind of frustrated, but you know, not too worried about it. Like, it didn't really stick in my head for too long. Just next hole, hole 17, par 3, 272. Absolute, like, crazy hole for a lefty backhand and righty backhand. Like, but throwing that hex, my flippy hex, I put it back in the bag for this weekend actually, because I knew there's a couple of shots that I really needed it for. So, and we landed in the creek almost pin high, and it also is casual, so we can just take it right behind in line with the basket. So we got another 40-footer uphill a little. You just see I already knew that was not going in out of my hand. Just, it's not good. So put in the par putt, and yeah, honestly nothing spectacular in this hole. I did come in late Thursday night, so wasn't able to kind of get a practice round in here, but hole 18, par 3, 276, cap wrap, just never really wanted to leave hyzer, and we actually kind of got the distance almost right. I think I need to push it just a little to give it a little less hyzer, and we are about 30 feet in the trees. But going on what I was saying earlier, I was not able to come in a little earlier than I wanted to and get a practice round and kind of figure out what this, and we can that 30-footer, so we're back to even, but kind of see what discs in my bag right now do I throw for some of these shots, and kind of learn kind of the shots again, not really, but kind of adjust for kind of me learning how to throw a little farther and further in a year. So hole 1, par 3, 371, that is not right. It's never right. It's 220. I just put whatever was on the PDGA app, but Strike from Birdie Disc Golf Supply, that's literally just a straight beamer. A little too straight though. Again, I've pretty much like always land here, so gotta figure something out. After this round I did come out and get a couple of practice throws and practice shots, some of the holes that I knew I needed to kind of work on. So this was one of them. I think I might go Firebird down the gut a little, get it along a little more flex, so just have that dump at the end to get into the basket opening. But yeah, hole 2, par 3, 253. The only hole I believe where this creek is actually out of bounds. So shout out Marco. He's from Texas, so he made the drive. He didn't come up from Texas, but he flew into Chicago and came down. So I did get him the way, unfortunately, but it was a good shot. So you'll have to take my word for it, because this is the birdie putt. And we get it. So we're back down under par since the second hole, so hole 7. Yeah, but par. Take recut. Hole 3, par 3, 276. Golden Quake in hand, and I pulled this out wide. I need to hit it straight. Like, that disc loves to ride straight and then fade like right at the end. So I was really hoping that I could do that, and I wasn't able to kind of work it. But yeah, we're actually like pinned up against this tree, so like seeing what I could do. And honestly, in hindsight, watching this now, I should have just, you know, conceded the bogey. I wanted to get fancy and kind of get it, and that's what happens when you try to get fancy. You whack the tree in front of you. So now this is for par, and we're still not close enough. We still got a hard approach shot, and I don't think I pulled out a forehand up until this point. And we get. I was hoping it panned out a little more and got out of it just to get more distance, but obviously it didn't. So got another 45-footer coming up to say bogey. But like low key, my long putts have been feeling good. Recently, this day, terrible, missed way left, and yeah. He's got this little 15 footer, 10 footer. I don't know. Should be tapping range, make it for the double bogey, but yeah, getting on to the last hole, hole 4, 244. It's actually really hard to get, and I play the tee pad straighter, and we just whack a tree, and we really don't get much, but just have a little jump putt. And this is kind of where this, like that, kind of like double pump kind of works. But yeah, just got a little tap in, finish one over the par, back on second card. But yeah, I'll see you guys later.